Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. The B3 is providing a report card of its first 6 months in office. Financial hardship, one of the issues they've had to deal with. The new administration, which came into office on November 24th, 2018, was left with less than $15,000 in the bank, and expenses since then has put them in the red. The B3's budget, conservatively, is $850,000, and President Remigo Archer says some things need to change moving forward.
What we have been doing is using our own resources by raising our own monies with a view of underwriting those expenses. I can tell you, and I don't like being caught with my pants down, that we have spent more than $70,000 at the World Relays. And that was really the lion's share of our savings. And with ongoing expenses, I find it to be virtually impossible to be able to underwrite the cost for any other initiative. And so it means then that we have to have an aggressive appeal to how we approach our corporate partners very differently. And we also are appealing to laypersons and individuals to do the very same thing for the Federation.
The Boxing Federation of the Bahamas said to send a 9-member team off to the Burt Sugar Invitational in Punta Gorda, Florida, June 7th through the 9th. That consists of 6 boxers, 2 coaches, and a manager.
Last year we attended this tournament and got 3 championships out of 3 boxers actually. And 2 of our boxers are returning to this tournament, and they will be defending those championships that they won then. And hopefully they will be successful. The other boxers are considerably novices, including a female, and hopefully we will do well in this event.
The aftershock brand means blood, sweat, and tears. So I incorporate that in their training, and they producing and coming along very well.
I never want to underestimate any of my opponents, so for me it's just about being ready no matter who I face off against.
This has been very challenging and very hard, but all you have to do is just stay committed, give it your all, never give up, just keep focused, stay on track.
Now, once the team returns, even more on the horizon for the Boxing Federation.
At the end of this month, we'll be hosting a 4-nation tournament, which includes the Bahamas, Trinidad and Tobago, the Republic of Haiti, and the USA. There may be other countries coming on board, likely the Cayman Islands and Bermuda. The Bahamas has established a relationship throughout this region that is always good for boxing, and we will actually take that leadership role that we had some time ago. This is what we're striving to do. Further down the street, we are also taking a team to St. Martin. We're giving our boxers as much competition internationally as we possibly can. And later, we'll be going to Trinidad and Tobago, we'll be going to Guyana. But most of all, we are hosting a level 1 coaches and referee judges course right here in the Bahamas, right here in Nassau, the first time ever.
From the minor league baseball diamond, Jazz Chisholm and the Jackson Generals splitting a doubleheader yesterday with the Birmingham Barons. Jazz playing in the opener, hitting his 13th home run of the season, a 2-run shot in the 4th inning. That was the only hit of the game in 3 plate appearances. Jackson picked up the win 5-2. Elsewhere yesterday, Lucius Fox going 1 for 3, stole his 18th base of the season. The Montgomery Biscuits holding off Tennessee 3-2. As for Chavez Young, he was 1 for 4, driving in the only run for the Dunedin Blue Jays. They lost to Charlotte, a final there of 3-1. With his collegiate eligibility now done, Justin Roberts hitting the pro tennis circuit this week on red clay in Germany at the Karlsruhe Open. Roberts won both his qualifying round matches to advance to the main draw. He started out with a tough 3-set win over 14th-seeded German Mats Rosenkranz, 6-3, 5-7, and 10-8. That was followed by an easier 6-1, 6-1 win over 8th-seeded Russian Dennis Klock. Roberts will play fellow qualifier Paul Werner of Germany in the round of 32 tomorrow. Former basketball player turned golfer Tanika Sandiford is on the Ladies Professional Golf Association Tour, not as a player, but as a caddy, and she's enjoying all the exposure and travel she's been experiencing. Late last year, though, Sandiford got a big scare off the course.
November 1st, I was running around my neighborhood, something I've done hundreds of times, and I got to the mile-and-a-half mark, and I looked at my watch. It was 5:12. And that's the last thing I remember. People said I was having a seizure and throwing up in the middle of the road. We went to PMH and did a whole bunch of tests. They found that I have 20+ lesions in my brain. And now the diagnosis is I have multiple sclerosis.
Now, despite being diagnosed with MS, Sandiford looks at it as a life-changing experience.
It brought to my attention that I have a disease that there's no cure for, but it also has made my faith so much stronger. Because the entire ordeal, the 5 days I was in the hospital, I never cried once, never asked God, why me? And it's something that now I'm in a public spotlight here on the golf tour, and so many people are able to hear my story and see my faith.
The holiday weekend is almost here. That means it's time for the Long Island Regatta. They're celebrating 52 years. Our Charles Fisher already in Salt Pond. He joins us with a preview. Charles.
Yes, John, as you can see in the background with a picture site in Salt Pond, Long Island, the 52nd Regatta will get underway officially tomorrow morning with the C-Class hitting the water. And guess what? The official skippers meeting is going on at this hour right here at the regatta site. And joining us on the broadcast tonight is Ian Knowles. He'll be sailing in 3 classes tomorrow. Zena is the national champ. They won in Exuma, but they're going to have to make some noise here in Long Island. The skippers meeting is going on right now. What happens in the skippers meeting?
They normally discuss the rules and regulations of sailing, and then they select a protest committee, and then they also select the positions of the boats for the B and C classes. Now, 3 races tomorrow, 3 classes for you guys tomorrow. It's all about the Knowleses. How things are going to shape up this week? Well, we got to fight Stefan, and you got the Bull Reg there, and you got some other boats that are coming out of Exuma. And some in Long Island, Sacrifice. So there's a lot of stiff competition out there. You just got to watch your win and make sure that you get a good crew on the right sails. 7A and 10B and 18C class loops expected to compete in this regatta. And those boats that are coming from islands like Exuma and the Lonesome Dove out of Abaco, they're coming in with one thing in mind, to shut you guys up, because you guys know this water. Yeah, they come to beat the chase. But, you know, Salt Pond is our harbor, and last year we swept them at Salt Pond. So, but you know, coming in competitive, especially in sailing, you don't win them all the time. As you know, if you got the wrong crew and the wrong sails, you will get beat. So the Lonesome Dove and the Sonia is the ones that the main contenders in the Class B for us. With the Zena is, like I said earlier, is namely the Vidike, who's the top contender in the C class, and there's a lot of Bull Reg and some other boats out there you can fight with in the C class. And then there's the A, but I'm hearing that coming to Long Island, pretty much is we call them now the 3 horsemen, the Rough Justice, Running Tide, and the New Legend. So, and we have some other boats coming out of Nassau, but pretty much that's what we got to contend with this year in sailing in Salt Pond. Well, one thing you freaked me out just now, you saw the flag and say, hey, the wind shift northeast. Yeah, well, when you sail, you got to watch the wind, you got to watch your tides and make sure that you let your captain, because I normally be on the bow, so I can let the captain know when we can make attack or we can go back. Because if you don't look at the wind and watch what's going on in the water, you can make some bad attacks, and at the end of the day, the crew will hold you responsible for the decisions you make on board the boat. Well, sailing once again will get underway tomorrow morning at 9:30 with the C class. The A class will follow all cup races, and the B class will bring things to a close tomorrow afternoon. But the official opening ceremony also scheduled for 4 o'clock. So come on down. It is the cup races tomorrow, Johnny. It's going to be exciting 4 days of competition on the seas.
Well, it's all about sailing in Long Island. Bahamas Roadmasters, the premier marathon running club in the country. They're gearing up for their 4th annual Midnight Madness event. The 10K Fun Run Walk set for Friday, Labor Day, starting and ending at Arawak Key. We are joined tonight by the president, Marcel Major, and of course the race coordinator, Dr. Abby Jackson. I got to ask you guys, the first thing that comes to my mind is the start time, midnight. I mean, how has it run in the past editions, and what are you guys expecting this time around?
We started the Midnight Madness about 4 years ago. We decided we wanted to do an activity for the club that was fun no pressure, time of relaxation. And in a lot of countries, they actually do midnight runs. So we said, why not do one here in the Bahamas, choose the Labor Day weekend, and invite the folks to just come on down and have some fun.
All right, and just tell us a little bit about the route.
Well, Jonathan, the route takes us from Arawak Key, where the Saxons practice, and it takes us west down to the second roundabout at the Bahama roundabout, turns around, and it comes back to Arawak Key.
Now, I know the first 200 registrants, they get a free T-shirt. Do you guys have 200 already, and what's the expectations? I know you also want participants to wear bright colors and have safety lights as well.
J.S. Johnson is the sponsor for this year because they're celebrating their 100th anniversary. And so they came on board and decided to sponsor, and they're giving out T-shirts for the event. So the first 200 will get T-shirts. Registration is a bit slow compared to previous years. However, persons always bombard us at the race event. So we're asking them to register early.
Okay, so just give us all the information, how they can get in contact with you guys, all that stuff.
Well, we have 3 places for them to register. They can register at the Palmdale Vision Center, which is in Palmdale. That's north of the Centerville Park. They can register at the Four Seasons Nursery in Infantview Road. And then, of course, at J.S. Johnson, who's our proud sponsor at the Centerville branch.
I know all proceeds going towards a good cause as well, right?
Definitely. It's the St. Anselm's breakfast for school children. And so we're wanting them to make sure register and come out also.
Well, it's a holiday weekend. Those of you who aren't traveling, why not go out and support the Bahamas Roadmasters? And that will do it for sports. Stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight comes back after the break.